Mimi ni mtu naamini Mungu. Na I have no apologies to make. Kwa kujenga kanisa, I have no apology.
Welcome to AfriFreedomChannel, where we bring you raw, relevant, and revolutionary insights from the heart of Africa. If you're passionate about truth, leadership, and the future of our continent, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an important update. In Kenya, President William Ruto has stirred controversy yet again, this time by building a church within the State House premises.
Mimi ni mtu naamini Mungu. Na I have no apologies to make. Kwa kujenga kanisa, I have no apology. Mnanielewa? Na hakuna mtu nitaomba msamaha. Kwa kujenga kanisa, tutajenga kanisa ya Mungu. Shetani akasirike, afanye ile anataka. Ni mnanielewa? Naambiwa ati hata kwa magazeti leo ati kuna mtu anasema ati mimi najenga kanisa hapa State House. Ni kweli, mimi najenga kanisa hapa State House. Ni mnanielewa? Hapa State House nilikuja nikakuta kanisa ya mabati. Kanisa ya mabati inatoshana na State House. Hata kwa maoni yenu. So, na sijengi na pesa ya serikali, mimi najenga na pesa yangu. Hapa nitakuja kuwapeleka siku nyingine twende tuombe huko. So, nilikuta mimi sijaanzisha kanisa State House, nilikuta kanisa ikiweko. Shida tu ilikuwa ya mabati. Sasa nimeamua nijenge kanisa inatoshana na State House. Na haitagharimu serikali ya Kenya peni moja. Nitajenga na pesa zangu kwa sababu kanisa ya Mungu ni mahali ambapo panatoshana na heshima.
His defense, that he's using his own money and therefore owes no apologies. But this isn't just about bricks and mortar, it's about power, image, and intention. Should a public seat of governance become a sanctuary for private worship? When citizens are protesting economic hardship, does building a church at the presidency symbolize piety or insensitivity? Is this act a show of humility, or an attempt to mask political failure with religious symbolism? How many struggling Kenyans would agree that this is a priority? Now let's turn to Burkina Faso, a nation once buried under the weight of French neocolonialism, poverty, and terror. Under the fearless leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the country has experienced a dramatic transformation in under 3 years.
In the heart of Africa. Not a man, not a government, but a movement. And at the center of it all stands one name, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. At just 34 years old, Traoré didn't wait to be invited by history. He forced his way in. Since seizing power in September 2022, the young captain has refused to play the puppet. He chose Burkina Faso over foreign approval, sovereignty over submission, action over empty speeches. Today, I want to take you through what he's done, not what they say, not what headlines scream, but the hard facts. Because whether you love him or fear him, you cannot ignore him. Let's begin with the war. Burkina Faso has been bleeding from terrorist attacks for years. Villages wiped out, roads unsafe, entire provinces slipping away. But Traoré came in with fire in his bones and thunder in his voice. He declared total war on terrorism. Not just words, he mobilized over 90,000 civilian volunteers, trained them and armed them to defend their homes. These are not soldiers. These are farmers, traders, students. But under Traoré, they became warriors. He created military zones, regions where the army can now operate without red tape, without political games. He decentralized the defense system. If the army can't reach a village, that village won't be helpless anymore. For the first time in years, Burkinabés feel like they're fighting back, not just surviving. Then came the second front, the fight for sovereignty. Let's be clear, Burkina Faso was never truly free while foreign boots were on the ground, while foreign voices dictated security. Traoré expelled French troops. He kicked out French NGOs and media outlets he believed were spreading lies and fueling division. And he didn't blink while doing it. Some said it was reckless. But Traore said, "You cannot defeat terrorism while kneeling to those who profit from your weakness." And he's not walking this road alone. With Mali and Niger, he signed the Liptako Guruma Charter, forming the Alliance of Sahel States. This isn't just military cooperation, this is a resistance bloc. 3 sovereign nations saying, "We'll protect our borders, we'll protect each other, we'll no longer be ruled by fear or foreigners." Let's talk about the economy, the soil, the stomach. Traoré knows you can't win a war with empty bellies, so he launched a nationwide food sovereignty program. He called on the youth, the army, the volunteers, to pick up hoes, not just guns. He's not preaching theory, he's organizing mass farming projects, pushing for local production, and breaking the chains of import dependency. And under his leadership, there are talks of renegotiating or reclaiming natural resource contracts, especially in the gold sector, where foreign companies have long made billions, while Burkina Faso remained poor. He's not just fighting terrorism, he's fighting the economic war behind it. And then comes the cleanup, corruption. Traoré has made it clear, if you stole from the people, if you betrayed the flag, if you fed the flames of war for profit, you will be exposed. His anti-corruption drive has shaken the old political class to its core. He's not asking for permission. He's not holding long meetings. He's arresting, investigating, and replacing. This is what accountability looks like when it comes with courage. But here's the secret behind it all. Captain Traoré is not obsessed with power. He doesn't speak often, but when he does, his words carry the weight of a revolution. He says, "Let me work in silence." And in that silence, he's building something the world never expected. A Burkina Faso that owns its land, its voice, its future. He's inspired millions, not just in Burkina Faso, but across Africa. Young Africans now look to Ouagadougou like it's a capital of defiance. Because Traoré is not begging for seats at the global table. He's building a new table with African wood, African minds, and African pride. So what does it all mean? It means the game is changing. It means Burkina Faso is not just fighting for territory, it's fighting for its soul. And the man leading that fight, with boots in the mud and fists in the air, is Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Say what you want, call him controversial, call him military, but don't you dare call him a puppet. Because when history remembers this chapter of Africa, it won't be about coups or headlines. It'll be about a generation.
From rejecting foreign military bases to realigning national priorities with African dignity and independence, Traoré has done what many leaders only talk about. He's not just rebuilding a country, he's rekindling hope. Can Africa truly be free without courageous leadership like this? And why do Western powers react with discomfort when African nations choose sovereignty? Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, has now become a powerful symbol of resistance. Not just against terrorism, but against imperialism itself. In a continent where capitals often mirror dependency and decay, Ouagadougou is rising as a beacon of defiance and renewal. But how did this happen so fast? It's simple: when leadership aligns with the will of the people, progress follows. Should other African capitals follow suit and become hubs of liberation? Why is it that it takes soldiers and youth, rather than politicians, to ignite true change? One unforgettable moment captured the spirit of this transformation. Burkinabe soldiers returned from a successful mission against terrorists near the Togo border, then local communities poured out to celebrate them. No
Bonne arrivée, voici nos guerriers qui sont là. Ils sont de retour, c'est eux qui sont libérés. Depuis ils sont allés jusqu'à la frontière de Togo, à 13 km de Togo. Ouais, ce sont de nos guerriers comme ça. Bonne arrivée. Ouais, par la grâce de vous, on est là. Ouais. Never hear it, wallahi. Vamos jabo para fuera de moto.
Raids orchestrated by the state. No media gimmicks. Just raw, heartfelt gratitude from a people finally feeling safe and proud. When was the last time your own national forces were welcomed this way by ordinary citizens? Doesn't that speak volumes about leadership built on service rather than status? Across the continent, youth are watching. Many have been hopeless for decades, suffocated by recycled leaders and foreign interference. But what's unfolding in Burkina Faso is sending a clear message: Africa can rise on its own terms. Will this awakening ripple across the continent, or will it be stifled by fear, manipulation, and propaganda? The contrast is glaring. While some leaders build sanctuaries in places of power to polish their image, others build fortresses of resistance that empower their people. Which path will define the future of African leadership? And more importantly, which path will you support? Thank you for watching AfriFreedomChannel. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your voice is part of this revolution. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we continue shining light where others stay silent. Always remember, history only remembers those who chose courage over comfort.